The 6'11" forward out of Auburn.
Now Filipowski stepped to the set. Only 3 games tonight in the NBA. This is the latest tip of the 3. Here is Kevin Durant. He'll work on Filipowski. Durant bounces off the Smith. Smith for 3. He opens the score.
And right away, Markkanen helping out Filipowski, but a great read by Durant. Jabari Smith left open, knocking down the 3. Houston, they don't shoot a high rate of 3-pointers, so knocking one down early, good for the Rockets.
The Rockets take the second fewest threes in the NBA, but they do shoot them well. They're top 10. Here goes Markkanen. Markkanen gets 2 feet in the paint as Markkanen draws first blood for the visitors.
And it's almost unfair. I mean, to be 7-1, driving from the perimeter and to be able to hit a floater like that, just showing the skill here early.
Here's Şengün, puts his back into Filipowski. He'll find Smith. That one's Tari Eason. Eason's picked up by Isaiah Collier, and that pass is picked off. Now Filipowski with all that length. He'll shovel off on Cody Williams as Williams lays it up and in.
And we talk about the size of Houston, but there's a lot of size here in this front court for Utah, particularly with Ace Bailey, 6'9", maybe close to 6'10" as well. You saw that length on defense.
That pass got deflected off the rim. It's gobbled up by Filipowski. He stepped, however, on the baseline, so the ball will remain.
Playmaking abilities, but 2 possessions, you saw a steal by Filipowski and a nice deflection, active hands from the Jazz.
Well, you talk about all that length. Jazz fans have to be excited as they look forward to the future with this Jazz roster. More on that as tonight unfolds as Filipowski took a bomb. He'll bank and miss. Amen Thompson hauled it in, but he dribbled it off the foot of Smith. And that's
get there in transition, Markkanen. So right now, with the exception of that last shot, I was saying they're getting paint touches.
Here's Amen Thompson. And through contact, he puts it up and draws the. You know, you have 6'11", Kyle Filipowski. You mix in
to see how the game has evolved, to see these big men playing together and coexisting. Now, as a player, particularly as someone who plays small forward, I would hate that. The guard, a 7'1" Markkanen, I don't know if I'd like that.
Bill Hardy played the 3 as Evan Mobley and Jared Allen were the 4 and 5.
Saw a lot of that.
Did indeed.
But this speaks how the game has evolved. What these big men can do today, quite extraordinary.
Quick hands by Isaiah Collier. Collier puts it up. He got fouled from behind by Amen Thompson. In fact, in the 5 games before the All-Star break, Collier dished out a combined 66 assists, including a 22-assist beauty in Indy against the Pacers. So this is a young man really starting to blossom, playing that point guard role, and as the ball's down to Smith. Smith cross-court to Thompson. Back it goes to Smith. Good ball movement east-west by the Rockets. Results in a Kevin Durant corner 3 that doesn't go. Bailey tips it to himself, and out trots Collier once again. He'll snap a pass to Williams. Now Filipowski. Filipowski got avalanche as Tari Eason was there, and he just took it away. Durant now on the bounce. Works on Williams. Finds Şengün. Şengün to the rim. He lays it in.
Great footwork there by Şengün, but you see they're not letting Durant isolate. They ran at him. He made the right read and found his buddy for the easy 2.
Filipowski deals to Collier. Collier makes the 3. Got Durant in the air. Collier got inside. And
he's met with Will Hardy, and he referenced Tony Parker, who he spent playing off of 2 feet, and that was something that Isaiah worked on this offseason, and it has paid off as he's shooting 51% from the floor.
We see the pressure again by the Jazz. A steal. Bailey leaks out and dunks. And Ime Udoka wants a timeout. NBA app or NBA.com to start streaming today as we are back underway. Corner 3 by Josh Okogie doesn't go. This was a Rocket team that was plagued by late turnovers 2 nights ago in Madison Square Garden as they had an 18-point lead in the 4th quarter and couldn't hold on. They committed 9 turnovers in that final frame. Utah defensively has jumped on the Rockets. They forced 5 early miscues here this evening as Thompson comes up with a loose ball.
That residue from the other night in New York sort of continuing here tonight. Not the start that Ime Udoka wanted. And that little 3-quarter press giving Houston all kinds of problems valuing the basketball.
Şengün draws a double. Smith with a 3.
And that's what you have to do. If you're going to double team Şengün here, I think first possession of the game for Houston from that same spot off a double team.
Here's Markkanen. Markkanen had to take it away. Durant has his head up. Lead a pass to Thompson. Now to Smith. Showtime!
Right there, Udoka said something in that timeout that has woken up the Rockets.
Ime has a way of getting his team's attention, does he not?
He gets broadcasters' attention. I was ready to go when we met with him earlier.
Markkanen. Off it goes to Filipowski. Filipowski floats it up and in. I think Ime is still upset that you switched his chair and gave him the mini one.
I was,
Here's Thompson.
a little practical joke.
Thompson drives, floats, scores, and Amen Thompson has a chance for the
Defense last year in the NBA. And with Fred VanVleet out for the season, has assumed more of a role as the primary ball handler and has shown glimpses of greatness in the offensive end, particularly in the paint.
certainly has had to add to his duties as Thompson, as Filipowski finds Bailey. Bailey works on Eason. Back it goes to Collier. Collier playing with 2 fouls. The shot clock winds to 1. Collier fades away. The loose ball's tipped by Filipowski. Eventually gobbled up by Şengün. Here's Thompson on the run once again. He'll throw on the brakes. Dump back to Smith. Smith's been hot early, and he has another. Jabari Smith is at 5 quick turnovers. Ime Udoka takes a timeout, gets his club's attention, settles things down, and the Rockets are in the midst of an 11-2 run as we are back underway. Markkanen off the feed from Collier, launches a 3, tracked down by Smith. You're just joining us. What a start for Jabari Smith. 11 quick points as Thompson tears to the basket and lays it in.
And what a quick move right there. Thompson in transition, but they are much more engaged since that timeout by Udoka. Just come out with a sense of purpose and high energy and really good defense for Houston.
Collier works in towards Smith, shovels back to Filipowski. Filipowski unloads and drills a 3.
And that's the luxury that Utah has. You have bigs who can really step out, play on the perimeter, and Filipowski, a Duke legend, showing his range.
Started all 72 games he played at Duke over a 2-year stretch. Eason between the circles. He'll bounce off and find Şengün. Steve McKylen has checked in for the visitors as Durant fires. Tatum's got it. The Rockets have opened this ball game 4 for 6 from 3-point territory. Filipowski is watched by Şengün. He'll play through Markkanen. Markkanen works his way to the foul line, had it knocked away. Up ahead it goes to Thompson, but that pass was too ambitious and out of bounds.
Job just taking what the defense gives him, and the three's there, he'll knock it in.
Durant's coming off a 30-point performance 2 nights ago against the Knicks as John Conchar works his way inside. He was acquired with Jaren Jackson in that deal with the Grizzlies. Kevin Love, an 18-year veteran, makes his first appearance as well.
Right now, Utah, they're going to have to get some stops. I mean, they have not had a lot of resistance the last few minutes on this side of the court.
Does Smith have another? Indeed he does.
How about Jabari Smith? Locked and loaded here. He is feeling it.
Sizzling early. Here's Vince Williams, also acquired from the Grizzlies in that Jackson deal. His pass is tipped out of bounds by Clint. Here is Conchar. That 3 is no good. Big side rebound is grabbed by Smith. Here's Durant again. Durant to reach Shepherd. Shepherd has 3.
I'll tell you what, we said they don't shoot a high rate of threes, but they shoot a high percentage. And now Houston is focused from 3.
Rockets have hit their last 8 shots. That 3 ball is no good. Tipped by Love. Gets it off to Conchar. Love steps back. Vinny Smith in a crowd had it for a moment. Then he tried to rip it away from Conchar. However, he stepped on the baseline. And the